All right, guys, we're going to get started. So, we're going to take you through week 1 of the July Coach Academy. So, first of all, a big congratulations to everyone that has jumped on the live call tonight. And for those listening to the recording, well done for making the decision to jump on board this 4-week Coach Academy with Dom and myself. We are super excited to help you guys grow your business, and we're going to take you through the first week right now. So we're going to get stuck straight into it. So just a quote there on screen. We thought this was really appropriate and sort of summed up the next 4 weeks. Obviously, that man on the screen is the amazing Jim Rohn, and if you're not already listening to him every single day, please make sure you're jumping on YouTube and listening to him. So this is his quote: "Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day." And we just think that this is just Coach Academy to a T. And it's your Herbalife business, really. Your Herbalife business and your success with your Herbalife business is nothing more than just a few simple things that you practice every single day without fail. And I'm going to pass over to Dom now, who's going to take us through some of the expectations.
So pretty simple, guys. Being on this call, there's things that obviously we expect of you guys in terms of your commitment, and things that you can expect from us as well. So pretty much what we expect is for you to either be on these live calls that we have every Sunday, or to at least listen to the recording before the next call. So for example, if you're listening to this one now, hopefully you're listening to this one before the week 2 live call or the week 2 recording. So try your best, guys, to complete the homework each week. We don't set it because we want you to do work. We set it because this is the stuff that will help to grow your business. Okay? And be really interactive. Comment, post, like, share, whatever it might be in our July Coach Academy group, which you are all added in on Facebook. And then what can you expect from us? Well, we're going to give our 110% commitment to this next 4 weeks. To help every single person in this Coach Academy to help their business grow. We're going to give you some hints and tips that personally we've used to help ourselves move onto World Team, and we'll have a lot of fun along the way as well.
Cool. So we'll take you through just quickly our stories if you don't know our stories, if you haven't heard from us before. And yeah, so basically I found Herbalife while I was living overseas with Dom in the UK. We moved over there to work, and I had put on a lot of weight with the change in diet. I'd become really tired, overweight, very low self-confidence, and I was just a nasty person, really. Anyway, so I jumped on my program while I was over there, and on the 3rd day I just felt an amazing change in my energy. I was no longer having to have nana naps when I came home from work. I was getting up before my alarm. I just felt incredible on that 3rd day. I will never forget it. I've gone on now to lose 12 kilos and over 65 centimeters of body fat. I've gone from a 14 to a size 8, and I just feel absolutely incredible. I'll pass over to Dom because he's got a little bit of a different story.
So after I saw Emily got a fantastic result, and she mentioned that the products could be used for weight gain. So I never really struggled with losing weight, but I could never seem to put on weight no matter what I was eating, no matter what sort of workout routine I was doing. So jumped on the products, albeit very skeptically at first. But like Emily said, I felt that incredible energy shift in the first couple of days, which was fantastic for me. It meant that I wasn't having those nana naps in the afternoon when I got home from work. And, to date now, I've gained over 8 kilos of healthy weight. I feel fantastic. I've got heaps and heaps of energy. And just from those results, people started asking us what we were doing. Friends and family wanted to know what we were doing different. So, we just started to share the products and share our stories and help a few other people out. And slowly but surely, we started to build a pretty steady part-time business on the side, which is fantastic for us. We're both full-time teachers, so we haven't got heaps and heaps of time on our hands. So this is something that we work very part-time around what we're currently doing, with, really little impact into that. This is an opportunity that, is putting a fantastic part-time income into our accounts on top of what we're currently earning. And it's a fantastic opportunity that's allowed us, things like to be on stage speaking at, the wellness tour, Emily up there emceeing in the top right corner. We've just started a fit club. You can see down in the bottom left there, and down in the bottom right-hand corner, we're almost finished building our house now. And this opportunity allows us to put a bit of money aside every single week or every single fortnight that we know is sitting there ready to go when we finally have the house. So, guys, here's our pipeline. Now, the pipeline is very important, guys, because this is the sort of where you start and where you finish in terms of your invitations. Okay, so read up the top that little quote. This isn't a race, but if you could be wealthy in 5 years, why would you want it to take 10 years or more? Okay, so the whole thing is, guys, we want to try and do things as quickly as we can, I guess, or as quickly as we're comfortable. But there's no point making it take 10 years when it could take 5 years. So do you know what, guys? This pipeline shows you where to start. So everything starts with an invitation. Okay, absolutely everything starts with an invitation. Whether that's your journey to presence team, or whether that's your journey to a client lover. All starts with an invitation into an event, such as a Herbalife opportunity meeting, a shake party, a business launch, a fit club, all sorts of things. And you can see that that's that initial exposure to the products or to the business, whatever it might be. Okay, it's that really basic sort of entry-level exposure to those sorts of things. And you can see as you go along the pipeline, the events get bigger. Okay, the events get bigger, and obviously the invitation's a bit bigger. What I mean by this is you're probably not going to invite a brand new person, somebody who's just been using the products for 1 day, and tell them, look, guys, we've got this incredible extravaganza over in Thailand or Singapore, wherever it is, come along. Okay, that's the sort of person that you're probably inviting first of all to a shake party, or you may be inviting them to a local home or something like that. And as they grow, that's when the invitation changes, and they might end up going to the extravaganza.
All right, guys, so we're going to go through just a little section on some goals. And the picture that you can see on screen is actually out of the 4-booklet Herbalife manuals. So this will depend on whether you have the 4-booklet Herbalife manuals, the old manuals, or whether you've updated to the new manuals, which is just the 2. So depending on which book it is, it'll depend on where it is in the book. But if you open to this page and just work through it this week, that would be absolutely amazing. And it's really going to sort of get you started, and it's going to help you to write your plan on what to do next. So the first thing you want to do is identify your why. So why did you decide to start your Herbalife business? It's going to be different for everyone. No one will have the same why, but really dig deep and try and understand why it is that you're in this business. So for Dom and I, we're full-time teachers, and although that we do enjoy our job, it's not what we want to do for the rest of our lives. So we're doing this business so that we can start to build an income where we've got options and choices when it gets to a point where we don't want to do our full-time teaching job anymore. The next one there, your wellness goals. It's just asking how you'd like to feel each day. Do you have the energy that you need? What do you need to change in terms of your personal health and wellness? So what really it's asking you is, what do you need to do to get to your level 10? Do you need to lose a little bit of extra weight? Do you want to put on some extra muscle? Do you want to have the extra energy? So, fill that one out as well. And your lifestyle goals too. So what changes would you like to make to your lifestyle? An example for John and myself, when we very first started and when we did a coach academy all those months ago for the first time, our lifestyle goal was we wanted to build a house. We wanted to own our own home and we wanted to build it. And with Herbalife, we've actually been able to tick that one off. So we're going to rewrite our lifestyle goals too with you guys, and the business goals there as well. What do you want from your Herbalife business? What are your income goals? What do you want to achieve? So to sort of find that out, you need to go and do those other ones. You need to do your lifestyle goals. You need to work out what you want in your life, write those down, and then you can sort of start to put a number sort of figure attached to it, and then you can work out how much you sort of need to make with Herbalife to match those lifestyle goals. So definitely fill this out this week. Pull those books out, find this page, and write out those goals, guys. So who's excited? I want to get this chat happening. We haven't got anything happening in the chat if you're on the live call. So who is excited? Type into the chat if you're excited for your goals this week. All right, the next part, I'm just going to give you some quick little goal setting tips. So if you haven't already got a dream board, I know if you're in the Mind, Body, Soul Challenge, we're really big on this one, and most of you would have had a dream board. If you're not, it's basically just what that little picture is on the right of your screen. It's just a board where you put up all your hopes and dreams and goals and visualize them and put them up where you can see them. And you can print out the promotions. So if you're going, maybe you're going for that Herbalife blender, or for last month, for example, maybe you were going for the Herbalife foam roller. Print those out and have them right in front of you so you can see them every single day, so that when you wake up in the morning and when you go to bed, you can see that right in front of you. And you're going to have your next pin on there. You're going to have the vacation on there, maybe your next event. All these sort of things you can pop on that dream board and have up where you can see all the time. So what we want you to do, this is part of your homework. So you should all be taking notes as well. I forgot to say that at the start. Write down this for your homework. So we want you to write 50 yearly goals. So 50 things. And I know that does seem like a lot, but once you start getting into it, it's really not. Write down 50 things that you want to complete in a year. And if you really sort of want to push yourself, you could make that by the end of 50 things that you want to complete by the end of 2017. 10 monthly goals, so 10 things that you want to achieve this month in July, and 5 weekly goals starting tomorrow that you want to achieve for the next week. And I think there's someone wrote something in the chat. Yes, cool. So Marsha's excited for her goals, and Tracy and Jade are excited. Woohoo. All right, I'm going to pass back over now to Dom.
Alrighty, guys. So the next thing here, you might have seen this sheet before, you may not have. This is what we call the custom order form, and you can find it actually if you log into My Herbalife, and you have a look down the side or on the top there, go into My Office, Distributor Documents, Customer Order Form. Now, pretty much, guys, what this is a list of all the products that we have here at Herbalife. Okay, it's got the prices and those sorts of things. What we'd like you to do, and once again, this is part of your homework, is print that list off and then have a look through and work out what have you used, what are you currently using, and what have you never used before. Now, the reason we want to do that, guys, is because it's very, very hard to share a story, or it's very, very hard to share a testimonial with someone if you've never used the product before. So let's say, for example, you've never used the Herbalife Aqua shampoo and conditioner. Okay, that's fine. Some people might not be using it, but if somebody asks you, the shampoo and conditioner, what are they like? And you've never used them before, it's going to be very, very hard for you to share, what fantastic experience you've had with the products. Okay, my go-to is always, if somebody asks me, what is this product? What does this product do, or what do you think of this product? I always say, well, personally, I've used this product for blah, 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 and I've found that blah, blah, blah. Okay? So it's really easy to come up with a story, come up with, a testimonial for each product, but you've got to work out what you're currently using and what you're not using. Okay? So go through this list, tick everything that you are, or it says tick everything that you are not currently using, and then have a think, is there any room in your budget? Perhaps you can upgrade yourself there. So before and after photos, another fantastic tool that we have in our little business locker, I guess. These are absolutely key. A couple of reasons why they're key is because like it says, a photo's worth 1,000 words. Okay, for some people, their weight doesn't change much. They might only lose 5 kilos. Okay, but you see their body reshapes itself. Okay, they start to lose fat. They start to gain lean muscle. Okay, a lot of people, you can see it immediately in their face. They've got a nice big smile on their face. Okay, a picture tells 1,000 words, and these don't have to be photos that you post up on Facebook or social media, guys, but keep these photos as a record for yourself, so you can see where your journey started and you can see the progress that you've had along the way. Okay, here are just another couple of examples here that we've added in. Fantastic examples here, Jade and Michael, incredible results, both of them. And the reason that we've chosen these guys is because you can see similar poses, similar sort of outfits, all those sorts of things. So it's not a trick of the light or anything like that. And it's just a really, really easy way to see the difference. And you can see, I mean, look at that smile I was talking about on Jade. There you go, absolutely huge smile on the right-hand side there. You can see she's a completely different person.
All right, guys, this is where it gets really exciting. And for those on the live call, just be prepared because I might be asking for a volunteer in a minute to try this one out. So when you're packaging your story, this is sort of like a script that you can use to help you package your story with Herbalife. And the reason why we use this script is because if you are going to like a Herbalife event, like a success training seminar or a kickoff, and you get asked to share your story, usually they're going to ask you to share it in 30 seconds. Very similar if you're attending any fit clubs near you, if they ask you to share your story, they usually want you to share it in 30 seconds. And the reason why that is not because, you know, they don't want to listen to your, 10-minute story about everything that's happened to you with Herbalife. It's because usually they just don't have the time and they want to hear from as many people as possible. So it's really important to remember that there are 3 sort of stories that you're going to share in Herbalife along your journey. So there's the 30-second story, there's the which you'll use at events and fit clubs and things like that. There's the 1-minute story, which you might share, when you're in the shops and the checkout person has asked you about Herbalife. You might share that in 1 minute. And there's, the 1 hour story, the really long story, really goes into details. That's where you're going to share that, maybe if you're having a cup of coffee with a friend in a cafe, or you're on a airplane flying to Melbourne and you've sat next to someone who's really interested. We're going to take you through how to do a 30-second story so that when you get asked to share at your local event, you are absolutely prepared and you know what to do. So I'll give you an example. My 30-second story is this. My name is Emily. Before Herbalife, I was overweight. I suffered from extreme tiredness, low self-esteem, and I was very unhappy. I started using the Herbalife products, and I felt my energy increase on the 3rd day. Now, I no longer have to have nana naps. My self-confidence has improved, and the best part for me is that I've lost 12 kilos, 65 centimeters of body fat, and I've gone from a size 14 to a size 8, and I feel absolutely incredible. That is my quick 30-second story, and if you were following along on screen, I just read the script and filled in the gaps. So hopefully I've got someone who is really excited to maybe have a go at this on the live call. If you just want to pop your hand up, because we'd love to get someone to come in and just give it a go. Doesn't matter if you've never done it before. Now is the best time to practice by just reading off the screen. So I'm really hoping that someone, otherwise I'm going to pick on someone to give it a go. Let me see. Oh, yes, I've got one hand up. It says Clay, but I'm pretty sure it's Jess. So I'm going to unmute you and you can come on in. Are you there?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go for it.
Clay and I are here, but I'll share mine. So, hello, my name's Jessica. Before I started my nutrition program, I was overweight and had no energy and had terrible sleep. I started on my nutrition program. I had an energy increase on day 3. And the best part for me is I've now lost over 12 kilos and have an incredible sleep. Thank you.
Jess, that was perfect. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing. Perfect, guys. So if you are on the live call listening to the recording, take a screenshot of this and have a practice in the mirror every single day, just until you sort of can have it memorized and that it just rolls off the tongue. It will take a while, but you guys will all get there in the end. So with the product story, we also have the same for income. So basically it's exactly the same. So if I was doing this, you just fill in the gaps. So my name is Emily. At the moment, so you can change that because I haven't quit my job. So at the moment, I'm a teacher, a full-time teacher, and I became a Herbalife member because I'm just looking for a bit more time freedom and some extra cash to put on the side. I work my Herbalife business very, very part-time, and now this income has allowed me to build a house with my partner Dom, and the best part is that we've got a bit of extra cash coming in that we can put into that house every single month. That's how easy it is. It's so simple. So take a screenshot again of this one. Obviously, everyone's going to be different. If you're still in your job, you can just change that before to, at the moment. Or if you have been able to quit your job and go full-time with Herbalife, you can write before. So really, really simple and really easy to do. You just got to practice. That is all. Okay, so this slide here is all about the talking part of Herbalife. So obviously we are in a business where we need to talk. We need to share what we love about the products, and that requires us to open our mouths. It can be a little bit scary. I definitely know, because I've been there and I've been scared myself, but it is so worth it. And just think about all the lives that, you can help by opening your mouth and sharing what we have with these amazing products. So this here is a little list of all the different people that you might be able to add to your list, which is called your circle of influence, your COI. If you see that, it just stands for circle of influence. So you've got family members there, relative, friends, neighbors, and then you've got, so those are your close circle of influence, and you've got people like your accountant, your mechanic, your postman. All of these people are people that you can actually write down in a list. Okay, so what we're asking you to do is we're asking you to write a list of 300 people or more, but 300 minimum, of people that you know. So that list that you just saw back there, write down every single person. Even if you don't know your postman's name, just write postman, and definitely don't prejudge. And Dom and I can speak from experience. We, in the beginning, we definitely prejudged. We shouldn't have. So we're telling you so that you guys don't make our mistake. We prejudged, and some people that we prejudged are actually on the products now with other Herbalife distributors. So whatever you do, if you take nothing else from today's goal, please do not prejudge anyone on your list. Just write them down. Okay, so the next thing we want you to do is to fill out your 90 days of events, Herbalife events. So we've got the Monday night nutrition training calls, the Monday night health coach calls, and we've got these Coach Academy calls for the next 4 weeks. You've got the marketing plan. You've got any live Herbalife opportunity meetings, or sometimes they're referred to as open houses. Any of those that you're using in your local area, put those in your 90-day event planner. Online HOMs, we've got the 500 Club call. So we just had one with Mike Thors. So we'll have another one coming up. When that's announced, pop that in there. Your STSs, Success Training Seminars, definitely put those in. Kickoffs, Fit Clubs, if you're using them. And we've obviously got the Spectacular coming up. We don't have a date announced yet, but keep that sort of free early 2018, because it's always sort of around the early start to the year. So fill those out so you know what you're doing. Have them on display in a diary, or Dom and I have our events up on our mirror in our room. We can definitely take a photo of that and show you how we display our events, just so that you know what's coming up and you don't double book with a birthday party or something else. Yeah, hairdressing appointment, something like that. If you're wondering where to find the information of when the events are, have a look here. We've got some websites on the screen for each of the states around Australia. So depending on where you are, go to that website and find out when the events are that are coming up. And if you know you're going to be on a trip, let's say Dom and I are in Adelaide, we know that we're off to Sydney next week, so we will be looking up Sydney to see what events are happening there, so that we can get in some extra training, I suppose. So yeah, use these websites, take a screenshot, and have a look at what events are coming up in your area. Once you've done that, you've sort of thought way far into the future. Now we're going to bring it back a bit. So we're going to plan ahead for the week. So if you do not have a daily itinerary, this is one of the main things that Dom and I changed when we were trying to move from supervisor to world team, we really started to hone in on our daily itinerary and write down what we had coming up. And that was one of the key things that helped us move from supervisor to world team. So big key there, guys. And we can actually show you an example of one of ours. So this one here, this is for me personally. Obviously, Dom doesn't dance, and this is for this week. So last week. So I block out. This is it is this week because it's Sunday, but yeah. So I block out all my work that I have to go to. Obviously, I can't get in any Herbalife time there, so I block that out first. That's my must. Then what I do is I put in any Herbalife events like STSs or kickoffs, block those out as a must. And then I work sort of backwards and put in our local home. I put in any calls. I put in if we've got any wellness evaluations to do. I put in my dancing. I start off with breakfast, PD, and online posts. Online posts is just, for me, it's just like posting on Hobie Dream Team, client pages, sort of a little bit of follow-up too, just checking in with any new clients, things like that. Basically, work from my phone is online posts. And then whatever I've got left, so the little white bits, that's where I can slot in if someone messages me and says, hey, can we catch up for a wellness evaluation, or hey, can we catch up for a cup of tea or something like that. I can slot them in. I know, okay, I'm free on a Sunday from 2 p.m. till 6:30. So I know that I can, fit that in there. And yeah, I'm going to pass over to Dom now.
Cool. That's fantastic. And Emily's so correct there. Is probably for us working full time, having a daily itinerary is probably one of the biggest keys to running our business successfully, because otherwise we just wouldn't, be organized. We wouldn't be planning stuff out. So it's an incredible tool to have, and it really doesn't take long. So look, guys, I'm going to touch on a couple of little income things and how to actually grow your business. And I'll give an example quickly after this slide. So just hold on, guys, because this is going to be incredible, okay? Look, have a look at this little example that's here, though. And this just shows you how quickly things can grow. This is literally just like an example over the course of 1 year. So in 1 year from now, if you manage to get yourself one new client every week on an advanced program, guys, this isn't even an ultimate. This isn't just an advanced program, okay? And you're yourself a supervisor, that's $156 profit every week, okay? Every single week. So after 50 weeks, you'd have yourself how many? 50 customers, 50 new customers, okay? 50 lots of 156, okay, is about $7,800 a month. Multiply that by 12, and you're looking at $93,600 a year. Now, guys, this isn't one customer and then nobody, and then one customer and then nobody. This is continuing to keep those customers as well, which we know you get through fantastic follow-up. Okay, so this is getting a new customer every week, but then also retaining that customer, and then getting another new customer and retaining those two customers and another one, and then retaining. So it's all about retailing, guys, and then retaining. And as we know, there's pennies in the sale, but there's fortune in the follow-up. So have a look. This is just another example of, how quickly things can duplicate. And this is an example of a royalty income that you do start earning as a supervisor with supervisors in your team. Okay. The key here, and the common denominator among all three of these examples, okay, is that you're a supervisor doing 2,500 volume points. Okay, that's the key. And the reason there's 2,500 volume points, guys, is because that's the level of volume points that you need to be doing to be able to access your full 5% royalty bonus. Okay, so there's that, guys. Let's have a look at example one. And this is literally a little picture of, you might have heard 2 gets 2 gets 2. So in your organization, you might have there 2 frontline supervisors. Okay, they're both doing their 2,500 volume points each month. You're doing your 2,500 volume points. Those 2 supervisors go out and get themselves 2 supervisors. So now you've got 6 people in total there. Now those supervisors go out and get themselves 2 supervisors more. So all of a sudden, you've got 2 supervisors in your first line, 4 supervisors in your second line, and 8 supervisors, guys, in your third line. Now, obviously, this probably isn't going to happen over the course of a week or a month. Okay, well, you never know, but realistically, this is something that takes a little bit of time to build. But have a look at the income down the bottom there, guys. Over $4,000, nearly $4,500 in royalty income. Now, for some people, that's life-changing. Okay, for some people, that's enough to cover what they're currently earning, which is absolutely fantastic. And 2 gets 2 gets 2. That's not huge numbers. Okay, let's have a look at the next example. Exactly same sort of thing. 3 gets 3 gets 3. Same model. You're just looking at 3 supervisors now, and they get 3 supervisors, and they get 3 supervisors. And then you're looking at a sort of an approximate income, nearly $16,000 a month there, guys. Absolutely incredible. And of course, example number 3, which is where everyone wants to be, that 5 gets 5 gets 5, over $75,000 a month. Okay, so you can see the process of duplication. You teach your supervisors to get supervisors so that they can teach their supervisors to get supervisors, and it just continues on like that. Now let's have a look at this 2-4-1 method, and some of you may have heard of it before. This is a reasonably new concept that Damien Southwell-Powley, President's Team member from New Zealand, actually explained to us at our LDW back in March. And it's a really interesting concept, and it's one that is very simple, and it's one that's very easy to duplicate as well. And it's all about, it's literally 2-4-1 or 4-2-1 or however you might want to say it. Those numbers stand for 2 distributors, 4 customers, and 1 meeting. So let's break it down, guys. What that means is you're looking for yourself, and this is a real sort of a pathway to success, I guess. Each month, this means you're looking for 2 new distributors, 4 customers, retail customers for yourself, and 1 meeting. And the 1 meeting we're talking about is generally going to be a local STS or a kickoff. Okay, the 1 meeting is probably not a local HOM or a shake party. Okay, try and get those people to that 1 meeting, which is going to be an STS or a kickoff. But you can have a look at the picture there, and you can see it's got your name, your customers up at the top there. But you follow the tree down, it's got your distributor and distributor customer 1, 2, 3, 4. So each month as well, you're looking to develop a new distributor who is also capable of getting themselves 4 new customers. So you can see already, if you just count the number of people in that little diagram there, that's 15 people. Okay, there you go. Focus on 4 new customers this month. The thing is, guys, some of your customers are going to end up becoming your distributors. Okay, some of your customers are going to end up becoming your distributors, and that's fantastic. That might be because they're interested in the discount, or it might be because they're interested in finding a bit of part-time income. And somebody who loves the products and has got a fantastic result is much more likely to have a fantastic experience with the business side of things as well. So it says transform your names to customers and distributors. And those names we're talking about, guys, are those names that you're going to write down in your little notebook, those 300 plus names, transform them into customers and distributors. And we're going to show you in the next couple of weeks how you can actually do that. So here we go, guys. This is an example of month 1 using that 2-4-1 method. So you can see at the beginning of the month, guys, and now this is up to you. Some people like to do it this way, others don't. That's fine. At the beginning of the month, guys, if you wanted to, you could personally purchase 500 volume points. Okay, and that's probably enough for you and 4 or 5 other people. Okay, probably enough product for you, 4 or 5 other people, looking at around that 100 volume points a person. Okay, that immediately gets you to that 35% discount. Alternatively, guys, throughout the month, as you begin to get new clients, okay, you can work your way to that 35%. Okay, so just to clarify, to get to that 35%, that senior consultant level, you need to do 500 volume points in 1 calendar month. Okay, then what you're going to do, guys, is find 4 customers. Now it's got about 60 volume points there, and that's pretty fair. Okay, you can aim for around about 60 volume points to around about 100. I think a shake tea and aloe. What's shake tea and aloe is about 90 volume points. Okay, shake tea and aloe is 90 volume points. So could you imagine if you found 4 customers and got them with a shake tea and aloe, like the healthy breakfast sort of thing? 90 volume points per customer. Okay, and recruit 2 new distributors. Now the key here with these 2 new distributors, guys, is to get them excited and to get them having a business launch. Okay, that's basically just a shake party. Okay, we just call it a business launch. It's just inviting their COI, okay, inviting their COI along. Maybe it's at their house, your house, wherever it might be. Come along, see what they're doing, okay, see what they're doing, try some shakes, tell some stories, have a bit of fun, and then hopefully they'll become interested as well. Now, the fantastic thing about this, guys, is when you find a new distributor or you find a new client, you actually get access to a whole new circle of influence, okay? Because, yeah, you may have mutual friends, but I can guarantee that if you got a new client tomorrow, there would be people that they knew that you had never met before, okay? So all of a sudden, this is this networking thing we're talking about, yeah? This is this networking, okay? All of a sudden, you've got access to their circle of influence as well. So there's more people to speak to. There's more people who might be interested in the products. There's more people who might be interested in earning a part-time income. Okay, so absolutely fantastic opportunity. Alrighty, so homework, and that's Emily.
All right, guys, this is my favorite part, being a teacher. I love giving out homework. Okay, so hopefully you took down some of the things that we went through along the call tonight, but if you didn't, we've got them all listed here. So there's a couple of extra ones I just want to take you through quickly. So what we're asking you to do over the next 4 weeks is listen to the Millionaire Team tapes, and we're asking you this week to listen to disc 1. There are 4 discs, and they roughly go for, I reckon it's about an hour each tape. It's not a massive amount of time, and it's really easy. I listen to these in the car basically all the time when I'm in there. They're really easy just to squeeze into your day. If you've gone for a walk, you can put them in, and I've got them saved onto our laptop, so I'm pretty sure it says that you can get them from hobiedreamteam.com, but I'm pretty sure I should be able to upload those into the group. So I will try my very hardest to do that for you, just to make it even easier. So yeah, we're asking you to listen to that one, disc 1, and I'll give you another little tip. So success leaves clues. So I first heard about these tapes from Mark Poulsen, who is President's Team Upline, living in Queensland. So I first heard about these from him. He was the one that promoted them and said, you need to listen to these tapes. And then just recently, again, with Damien Southwell-Powley, President's Team, Dom just spoke about, he also just recently highly, highly recommended these. So definitely listen to them if you haven't listened to them. Even if you have, listen again, because you will learn something new every time you listen to them. So number 2, we already went through. We really want you to write down your goals, 50 yearly, 10 monthly, and 5 weekly, and share those in the group. So Dom and I really want to help each and every single one of you this month. So if you are serious, post them in there so we can see, and send them off to your upline as well, because I am sure that they want to see what your goals are so that they can help you and work really closely with you to achieve those goals. Fill in your daily itinerary for the week and your events for the next 90 days like we went over. Really easy just to do in a Word document, or in Excel is another really easy way to do it. Or if you've got a diary, you can just do it pen to paper. Number 4 is just a fun little one that we wanted to get you guys to do on our page. So post your favorite motivational quote in the July Coach Academy page. Just a fun one so we can all motivate each other this week by looking at some motivational quotes. Work out what you are not ordering like Dom went through, and upgrade yourself this week. Even if it's you've been using the products for a really long time, I can already think of one in my head. I've been using the orange lift off for I think about like half a year, and I don't think I've had a lemon lime lift off in ages. So this week I'm going to be making sure that I'm using the lemon lime lift off, just so I can remember what it tastes like and have it in my mind, so that if someone asks and they don't like orange, I can refer them to the lemon lime lift off. Get your COI list notebook, enough to fit at least 500, and we want you to start writing that list of just 300. Just start with 300 people. Best place to start is with your mobile phone or Facebook. If you click onto your Facebook and go through your friends, I guarantee you've got at least 100 minimum on there that you can pop down. Number 7 there, focus on 4 new retail customers this month by planning ahead. So really start to break down the weeks and try and plan on doing, doing the work so that you can get one new retail customer each week, rather than, you know, getting to the last bit of the month and trying to get the 4 new retail customers all in the last week. That is just crazy. So try and spread it out so that you can aim to get one every week during this Coach Academy. And we really would love it if you could post some feedback on the July Coach Academy page. Just, you know, as most of you posted your goals and what you wanted to get out of this Coach Academy. That really helps us, because when we're looking at these slides and thinking about what we can share with you, if we know what you want to get out of it, that really helps us, because we can add that in and we can talk about that so that you can get something out of this Coach Academy. So those are the main things. Make sure you've either written them down or taken a screenshot of the slide. Another little great one too, if you are not doing personal development at the moment, or if you haven't watched any of the videos from the Herbalife website or from this website, please check this out this week, video.herbalife.com. That's where you'll find all your Jim Rohn and Mark Hughes clips. And they're really short, most of them too, so you can squeeze in quite a few during your day, and you can definitely squeeze in, you know, one each morning if you're working full time and you're really busy. So check that one out for a whole heap of different videos that you can learn about this business and maybe pick up some extra tips.
And just to close out the call tonight, guys, have a look at this quote here. If you have discipline, drive, and determination, nothing is impossible. And that's absolutely key, guys, because you've got to have discipline. You've got to be motivated. You've got to be able to. Really, be disciplined. You've got to have drive, guys. What is your why? Work out your why. Why are you doing this? Why are you in this business? Why have you been using these products? Okay, and have determination, guys. Just because it's raining outside, you still got to get out there and do those flyers or talk to those people or run Fit Club or whatever it might be. Okay, discipline, drive, and determination, and nothing is impossible. And certainly, I'm sure the next 4 weeks is going to be absolutely incredible in helping you guys move your business forward and also help you guys achieve those goals that you've set for yourself. Alrighty, guys, that's just about us done for tonight. So hang on. That's just about us done for tonight, guys. So what we'll do is we'll post the homework up in the group and we'll love to hear your feedback. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thanks, guys.